ma'am. And okay, fine. And if it's completely okay, then please give me a fine of thumbs up, so much of reaction, so that it should be super energetic session. Thank you so much, Pratyuji.
Ma'am, what is the materials required for it?
I'll show you the material. I'll show you the material in the session.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Fine. Okay. Harshal, I have one more device connected with Anshu Mittal. So can you please
Ma'am, your Anshu Mittal device is not showing me.
It's not showing. Just a minute. I'll just join and you can spotlight that.
Yeah.
Just a minute, guys. Just a minute. What happens now?
Yes, ma'am, now it's showing. I'm just spotlighting that one.
Yeah.
Ma'am, can you please switch on your camera so I can spotlight that one?
Just a minute.
Yes, ma'am, you're on the spotlight.
I think it's visible to everyone, right?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, can you
please zoom in, ma'am?
This is the maximum that I can do. Just a minute. I'll adjust. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, can you please mute your one device from the laptop because the double voice are coming.
I think it's going fine now.
Yes,
Is that?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Let's get started. Any doubt or anything, na, just put your questions in the chat box. I'll be answering to that. And let me know if I'm not going too fast or what. See, liquid embroidery. Fine. We'll be making the very basic patterns first of all that we are going to use to create different neck designs, or we can create different patterns on t-shirts and different katha work, kachi work. इनके लिए जो भी use होता है, for the very basic thing we'll be using. First of all, I'll show you the material that we are going to use. This is the material. This kind of squeezy kind of bottles you'll be getting in the market with different colors. It names, you can get it from, I have a Fevicryl brand tubes. You can get it from Gamblin also, Fevicryl also. Some local brands are also manufacturing it. And you will get it with the name of 3D outliner, either 3D outliner, and even well, with liquid embroidery, with the name of liquid embroidery also. Sometimes you get all these things, right? So let's get started first, because in order to know how to use this, at least you need to practice the very basic things. Fine. First of all, the thing that is going to be using a straight line, right? Then in embroidery, you need to do kind of fine, small lines with a equal gap in it. This is, we call in our embroidery language, the running stitch, right? This is a simple line. This is a running stitch. Then comes the curve pattern. I think it's not visible now because I'm lefty, so I think I should draw from this side. Is that everyone can, and can any Priya Patak ji please speak in Hindi? Okay, fine. Priya ji, I'll take care of it. I'll explain it in both the languages. लिक्विड एम्ब्रॉयडरी के लिए जो ट्यूब्स मैंने आपको दिखाई थी उसको हम यूज करते हैं, उनको किस तरह से यूज करते हैं, उसके लिए हम लोग को पहले एक नॉर्मल बेसिक पैटर्न्स जो होते हैं वो प्रैक्टिस करने होंगे. एवरीवन इज हैविंग अ ब्लैक, एनी ब्लैक पेन और white paper, so you can do along with me. Liquid embroidery is nothing, it's just how precisely and how neatly, with equal distance and symmetry, it's all about that, right? Liquid embroidery is all about how precisely, it's kind of meditation, so you need to be very patient doing all these things. Fine. iPhone, please zoom your camera. This is the maximum I can zoom to my, this is the maximum. I'll show you the things afterwards, keeping it close to the camera, and I'll share the screenshot of at the end whatever we are drawing, right? And I'll be making it from this side because I'm a left-hander, so it's good for you to see. You can draw it from this side also, right? I think it's similar from both the things. You can see afterwards. The first one we have drawn is a straight line, then a kind of split line. We can call it as a chain stitch. This is the curved one. I'm not going too fast, I guess. Let's move to the next one. Some cross patterns like this. Make sure that you keep equal distance between the two things, here also and here also, even the same size. For beginner, I'll suggest, if you wish, you can draw first of all lines and you can make inside it like this. You can make lines with the scale and you can make patterns inside it also like this, so that it's easy for you guys to do. And if you are comfortable, what am I doing? Right?
Ma'am,
Yes, Arshal?
can you please fix your camera because it is not zooming in properly for the live stream. So can you please little bit lower down?
Little bit down. This is the maximum I can do. Just a minute. Is it fine now?
Ma'am, can you be like little bit horizontal? It will be great.
Like
Like,
this?
yeah, but on the top, okay.
Sorry?
On the top, ma'am. From the top, you can show me like the full. Yes, ma'am.
I think this is the, I'm seeing it on my laptop very. Is that
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry. We'll be making a cross pattern. In embroidery, we can call it a cross stitch. Right? Then next one is make a teardrop like this. Starting from the center of this, again make a teardrop like this. Hope you understand, guys. Can you please answer in the chat box? Again from the center of this, making a teardrop again. Continue making it like this. Make sure the size, the width of the teardrop should be same. Try to make it symmetrical. We can make some square patterns like this, a horizontal line, vertical line, again horizontal, vertical like this. This pattern is specially used for kasuti work that we used to do on matic sheet earlier. Can we move to the next one? I guess you can match my speed, guys, right? Thank you so much. We can move to some spirals. Start from outside like this. The next one, make a V pattern like this, covering that half, repeat it, again, repeat it, do like this. Start with the middle of this line and continue following them. This all should come in one line. This one, the center part should always come in a straight line. In embroidery language, we call it a feather stitch. Any doubts, guys, till now? Move to some circle part. Circle. Covering 1/4 part of it. Make another circle. from inside another circle. These are the basic patterns that we use to create different neck designs of different embroideries. For example, katha work, fulkari work, yoke embroidery, mirror work. Then this one, a vertical line, horizontal line, then a vertical line. From this side again, from this portion, horizontal, vertical, they should be equal. This we called blanket stitch. Interlock pattern, we can also say that. I'll show you. These are the patterns. Many more patterns are there, but it's completely only a geometrical kind of patterns. You can create your own, and we can discover it afterwards when we decide what kind of work we want to do. For example, I'll show you an example how to use this kind of patterns to create different designs on your, for example, should I move on now? Ma'am, I teach this in school, different lines to teach drawing. Thank you so much. For example, this is your kurti pattern, like kurti neck. Yes, right? So how we can use this thing now? For it, I want to make a neck pattern. I want to make a buta, right? So for neck pattern, I'll be doing this thing. So you just have to combine all different patterns to create different things. For example, I have to make some flowers or something at the center of my kurti. I'll show you some of the work at the end of the session so that you can understand. Then I'll be using this running stitch.
Ma'am,
Yes, who's this?
Ma'am Divyanshi.
Yeah, hi Divyanshi.
Hi, ma'am. Can you please tell me what topic we are making the drawing?
We are we are learning liquid embroidery, dear. So we are just learning the very basic patterns that we use in liquid embroidery. Then I'll show you with material how to use that cones to create the same patterns.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Divyanshi. I'll show you some of my work at the end, how we can make different t-shirts, customized t-shirts or kurtis from this patterns. Can you see? This type of patterns we use for doing all these things. If want to do mirror work, then we can do like this. And let's move. I think uh, till the time till it's done, na guys. We can move to the material part. I'll show you how to use the material for creating these patterns. This kind of bottles with pointed nips you will be getting in the market with the name of 3D outliners and liquid embroidery. You just have to apply a little bit of pressure with your thumb, as we have done.
Ma'am, can you please show your full page in the upper side little bit so everyone can see it properly? Little bit more upper. Not upper side, ma'am, in the on the
I
downside.
have just drawn single line only right now. There is
This is
nothing.
yeah. Yes. Now it's okay.
You don't have to apply too much pressure, otherwise you'll pop out so much of colors on it and will mess it up. Should I draw a little bit big so that it's more visible to you guys? Please answer me. Should I draw it a little bit bigger size?
If possible, you can do it, ma'am.
Yes, we can do it, but for embroidery, you have to be very much fine and for it, I'll do it a little bigger size. For example, this is the chain stitch I'm doing it. So you have to make it like this, taking the center part again. If you want to do mirror work, then we'll be placing a mirror here, making a boundary like this, and then fine lines to mimic the pattern of thread. When it dried up, exactly looks like you have done with the thread only. Any other queries, guys? Can please post your queries. Renuka ji, it's a normal paper. Instead of paintbrush, we use this bottle. Yes, Rashmi ji, we don't need any brush or anything for this. Uh, if we do shading technique, then we need brush and all these things. That will be knowing in detail with when we'll be talking about different techniques. Right now, we just need, I'm doing it on a simple paper. The same thing can be done on a fabric also. You can make your own kurtis, you can make your own kit, design your own kids, t-shirts, whatever cartoon characters or with some quotations. Like we see bridesmaids के जो different एक जैसी t-shirts होती है for parties we generally purchase with same quotation. So you can make it your own also. You want to make a t-shirt for your kids with their own customized name and everything, you can do it that also. What is this material called? This is a 3D outline. Either you can get in the market with the name of 3D outliners and with the name of liquid embroidery, both. Fevicryl, Camlin, many brands are there.
Ma'am, does it require any special washing?
Rashmi ji, there's a technique to seal the work what you have done. After that, you don't need. You can wash it anytime. Many times you can wash it. It remains as it is only. That will be discussing afterwards. For doing, you don't need to wash the fabric. You can use the fabric directly first. And you have to keep the fabric on your embroidery hoop, that embroidery loop we have na uske upar rakh ke hum work karenge. It's a paper, so it's fixed and stable, so we can do it directly. For fabric you have to use that embroidery hoop. Romaji, it doesn't get wash off if you wash the cloth, because we'll be discussing about the sealing technique also, how to seal your work. There is lot more to learn about liquid embroidery. So we have just discussed right now with the embroidery technique. There is lot more to learn about liquid embroidery. We'll be discussing and we'll be making on the spot with different techniques in our master class. You can make even earrings also. You can make pendant set using this. How to deal this design on clothes. Either you can, Ashwarya, either you can draw it on your own. Okay, so seal it. Seal it, it's a technique that you have to do that we'll be discussing in detail in our master class, dear. I'll show you how to seal your work. This is showing just an example of shading technique. Many more shading patterns and texture patterns that we can make using these colors with different methods and techniques. Bottle name, Rashmiji, it's a 3D outliner, or even you can get it in the market by the name of liquid embroidery. I think I have discussed how to draw using these materials. Let me show you some of the things so that I can explain. We have discussed what liquid embroidery is, what are the patterns that we can create, and what is the material. इतना हमने discuss किया है. Now what we are going to discuss is what are the different techniques and what are the different work that we are going to cover in our master class. Let me show you some of my work so that you can see. Like this, you can make different things. No? You can make like this patterns. I'll show you some of the work. So the different techniques, we have already discussed about the embroidery technique. Embroidery technique is a very vast field, as we have discussed some of the patterns, some of the stitches. In master class, we'll be covering how to do using these patterns, how to do katha work, chikankari work, then yoke embroidery, how to do fulkari work. All of the sample works I'll be showing you at the end of the session. For example, I think it's visible. This is my daughter's t-shirt. I think it's visible. Can you please guys give me thumbs up or something?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is a plain t-shirt. I have designed it for my daughter using running stitch.
Ma'am,
can-
can you show me the full image?
Yes, this is the full image, guys. Right, this is just an example of running stitch. We have discussed there are n number of stitch. For example, we can create neck patterns of katha work. We can create bed sheets out of it. Kachi work we can create out of it. We can create mirror work also. Then fulkari work, chikankari की कुर्तीज हम लोग पूरा डिजाइन कर सकते हैं. Many more things is there. Then this is the embroidery technique. The next one is lettering technique. For example, this one. Can you see, guys? This is a lettering technique. How to do it, I'll show you in the session, and how to seal that so that it doesn't comes out when you wash all these things. Now, you can design your